Welcome, my friends, to Club DGX. Always a pleasure to be with you. Today we're going to take a look at some functionality for recording, because you probably realize when you're performing, the sound needs to be a lot more tight. When you are just practicing and having fun, you may not pay as much attention to the sound. So today I'm going to show you things to look out for when you are recording. When you're recording one of the styles, or when you've got like a major performance and you're using this keyboard, there's certain tricks, especially for recording. I'm going to show you the power of the mixer EQ functionality here. Okay, so let's start off exiting everything and just starting off with a simple style. Like, let's go to Latin, right? And let's go to one of my favorites here, salsa. I like this one. I'm probably going to do a track with this in the future. Maybe a remix of one of Grover Washington's songs. But let's start off with just the bare bones salsa. Let's go to the mixer EQ, and you want to get this over to style. So you got to hit mixer EQ a couple of times, and then it gets to styles. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to make it a lot bigger so that you can see most of what I'm doing here. So I'm going to make this screen bigger for you, and you'll be able to get a good view of what I'm clicking on and some of the trickery that you generally don't see on a regular day. So let's go there, and now you can see what is happening in my DAW. You can also see my camera feed, and you can see the camera feed for the screen. Okay, so right now let's back out. Let me show you one more time. Start from here, go to Latin, go to salsa, and here we hit mixer EQ, because this is the mixer for all the instruments in the style. Let's go to channel on off right here. You almost don't see it, it's hidden. Let's go there again. All right, this one, we're gonna hit that one, and now you can see all of the instruments. Let's go ahead and play the intro, E minor. I cranked it way up. But I want to show you how to get control over the sound. So we're going to start muting some of these. So just the drums. Hear that? Turn it up. So if I wanted a little bit more reverb, I gotta go to my mixer EQ and tab over to effect, and then I gotta go to track 2. If I want a whole lot more reverb, I crank it up. Or none. So you've got all that control for your styles. Okay, now go back to channel on off, and let's bring in the bass. Now, if I felt the bass was a little bit too much, I can tailor it. I can do something to reduce the intensity of the bass. So let me take some of that bass down. So go to Mixer EQ, tab back to Volume Pan. Go over to Bass, 0. And you can bring it in as you like. Okay? Next, let's bring in chords. Alright, so chords aren't bad, but when you are performing with the styles, you may want less of it. So I'm going to show you going over to Mixer EQ. Let's go up. We're going to use the pan pot. We're going to pan it all the way to the right. Now this is where you need to be wearing your headphones so you can follow me, so you can see what's going on. Alright, we're going to take it all the way to the right. See that? Making sure that it went to the right. Did it go to the right? No, that's bass. We don't want that one. We want this one. All the way to the right. There we go. So now you're just hearing the piano in your right headphone. See the power of the pan pot? Very helpful. Let's bring in the next one. Let's play the intro. This one. Maybe not. Okay. So there's actually nothing there. There's no instrument. So we can turn that off. Won't make any difference. Now let's play one more time. We should hear a pad of sorts. Nothing in the intro. Nothing there in the intro. Let's go to B. There we go. You hear the pad? That one. So if I wanted to bump it up, go back to the EQ, go to volume, and now you've got the dedicated volume for that sound. And I can pan it to the left. And I can bring in the others. There should be something else. Let's check this out in the intro. Alright, let's see. Ah, horns. Sweet. Now, I could choose to mix this differently. I could pan it hard left. Makes a big difference. Check it out. Let's check this one out. Hard right. Let's bring them both. One more time. Wow, that sounds good. Oh, check that out. Bass. Oh yeah. is some crazy flute. Now, to go. All right. Now, before we jam, I got to show you this one. You got to get to the flute, your main instrument. You just need to hit mixer EQ repeatedly, and then it goes from style to song, track 1 to 8, song 9 to 16 track, but you want the panel, right? And then you want main. So now it's on volume and pan for main, okay? If I go over here to main, are you following? Pan left, pan right, yeah. Okay, then hit the tab. You've got this really awesome effect to make it bright and to richen the harmonic content. Check this out. See that? Now, if we tab over, we come to the effects. This is where you need to be careful with a secret sauce, because too much ain't good. And you can add some delay if you want. Nice. Something else, you can hit enter and you can see the specific effect you're working with. So now I want tempo delay, not delay CR1, and I just need to tab down using 6 or 7. Exit and see if that worked. I need something else, so I'm going to try. So I'm going into detail to see if I can increase the delay time or the delay value to at least get something different. Okay, I need the lag a little bit more, I guess. Not quite what I want, but you get the idea. You got to play with this stuff and find something that actually works for you. I'm going to go with this in the interest of time, so I'm going to exit and all right, so we're almost there. Almost. The last thing that I've got to show you, let me make sure you can actually see it. Gotta make sure you're seeing everything. So let's go back to my larger view, because I don't want you to miss out. Okay. All right. So here we are on our larger view. I'm playing with the stuff here, okay? You can't exactly see it, but imagine. Over here, we've got bank and memory, okay? I'm gonna hit bank. You're gonna see on the screen what happens. So let's go back to this larger view so you can see the screen properly. So I'm gonna hit bank and user, right? These are banks where I have stored various voices and configurations. I'm going to hit new bank. So this is going to be a new bank, and I'm going to save it. Okay, so file, save. I'm going to give it a different name, and I'm just going to call it fill salsa. And that's going to remind me. Then I'm going to hit OK using the number 8 button. Boom. It's going to save, and you're going to see the new bank there, fill salsa. So what I'm going to do is store what I've done on memory 1. So the bank is already set, but I need to save it by hitting the memory and the bank together. Boom. That's it. So now I've got the sound of the flute, but it's also set to salsa. Everything here is saved, and that's the name of the new bank. But I gotta watch it, because if I'm in mid play and I hit that bank, it's going to go back to C, as opposed to probably A is what I want. So I better save that one more time as A. Now, I could change the instrument. I could go to brass woodwinds and select soprano sax. I could put some reverb on there. But this time I'm going to save it memory 2. So if I was playing with this whole style and setting like this, when I go to 2, it's going to change the voice, but not the style, right? Not the variation. Okay, so that's important. So let's do that again. When I change to 1, you get what I'm saying? Because if the variation is different and you're performing and you hit 2 or 3, it can really mess up what you're doing. Okay? So now we've got everything saved, all the EQ settings, all the pans, such and such. And that's how it's done. Let's come out of that and let's just create something new, because I did a performance a few days ago and I wanted to show you how you could achieve the same thing in the DGX. So let's go to bank. Let's just do, let's see, let's hit enter. Now we're in the Jazz 2 folder. Let's exit and hit new bank. I want to create a new bank in that folder. So new bank. It's not as intuitive as I would have liked. But now we're in the process of a new bank. So let's go on to Standards and Jazz. Let's make it bigger so you can see what's actually going on. I hope you can see it. So we're in Standards and Jazz, and I want the 5/4. Okay. Again, mixer, Just hit the mixer again till you get to style. And so those drums are nice, but I would like a bit more EQ on the higher end. So all I do is just turn it up a bit, and I could go to filter and I could increase the harmonic content if I want it. And that's it for the drums. Now let's go to the bass. So, not bad, but I gotta go to the EQ to adjust the volume a little bit. It's really booming. Alright, let's go back and turn other things on. So, I'm gonna pan that. So there's actually nothing anywhere else, so I shouldn't pan this too hard. So let me just, there we go. Let's hear the intro. Oh, there is something there. So you always need to be looking here for when an instrument appears. So in the intro, you got some stuff that doesn't appear in the variations. There you go. Now, you see no buttons lit up. I gotta save this as the bank. So I'm gonna save the memory first to 1, and then I am going into bank, user. I'm gonna make sure it's saved to the right place. So please be careful with that. I would say practice makes perfect. The more you play with it, the better you'll get. So let's just do one quick jam. Salsa. It's a good lesson. All right, we're gonna hit memory in 1. And then I'm gonna remember to save it when I come out. Let's do this on G minor. well, I hope you found that to be fun, a little bit informative. Just remember, when you are recording, balancing sound out, you got to actually spend some time getting the best sound using the mixer, EQ, and all this stuff at the top. The volume or pan, the filter, the effect, the EQ. We didn't even touch the master EQ, let alone the compressor. But all this functionality is there for you to create really great sound. Going back to the sound from a few days ago, to mimic something similar, you would need to use a similar rhythm. Not that. Let's see what's here. Not bad. All right. That ride, that's what I'm after. That ride cymbal. Because I want to show you, like the mix that you heard, a lot of that mix is all about the effect. See, so there's a little bit, you can crank it up, sounds more realistic with a little bit more reverb and a little bit of high. Hear that? And a little bit of harmonic content. Hear that? Let's go to variation B. Hear that? C. D. That's so good, I gotta save it. And let's put the bass in there. Kind of an electric bass. I got to tone it down just a bit. I wish it was more of an acoustic. And there's a way of changing all this stuff. So I can just go up to. So you've got the top three and the lower three, or the top numbers and lower numbers. If you hit the top numbers, they let you change the sound. Gonna pan that. Hear that? More. Oh, that's nice. Hear that flute? Not bad. Definitely needs more like a trumpet or sax. Definitely a little bit more reverb would be in order here. Now, if you're using a real instrument, there probably wouldn't be need for as much reverb. All right, time to go. All right, my friends, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I see lots of people watching these DGX videos, but you ain't subscribing. Help me out, hit the subscribe button. See you in the next one.